Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter project every single time and give my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. And today I'm very excited to be checking out the second most popular project on all of Kickstarter right now. That is the Turing Pi 2 cluster computer. Run up to 4 Raspberry Pi, NVIDIA Jetson, and Turing RK1 compute modules together. Build a home lab, learn ... So the first thing that always comes to my mind with a product like this is how well are they going to market to both tech enthusiasts and then what I'd call, I guess, tech enthusiasts. So there's tech enthusiasts who actually, know what all these words mean, and they're like, yeah, that'd be fantastic. And they immediately, when they hear this, they're like, oh, I could do something with this, that, and the other. And they get excited about that idea. But then there's also tech enthusiast, and those are people who buy this sort of crap, but then don't actually ever get to it. And I am in that second category. I would love to learn how to do all this sort of stuff, and one day I hopefully will. But I'm in that market, I want to say, right from the jump. But as always, I'm very interested to see how they market this. But compact, modular, cloud native, and it looks like they're going hardcore, balls to the wall to the fan base. But at the same time, I say to myself, oh wow, this looks like all I need to have a computer. That's really interesting. But anywho, as always, when we go in the video, I'm thinking 3 things: do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? And wowzers, they've rated $1 million. Fantastic. Let's go.
The cloud changed the world. Now, the cloud itself is changing. What do we mean by that? We mean there's a better way. Introducing the Turing Pi 2.
So I immediately love the first 12 seconds of this. I'm sure if you're a PC enthusiast, like a real one, you knew exactly why you would probably want this. But as someone who is not that far into it, I love the fact in the first 13 seconds they gave me an idea of what this thing is going to do, which I always think is great. As I get old, I have less time and patience for it. Then again, being in IT, the last thing I want to do is tinker like I used to. That's something I'm hoping to learn how to do one day to my computer.
The most advanced and portable server we've ever built.
Love that shot. Love that shot in the hands. I see it. I like the physical thing right there. It's a great shot.
Smaller than a sheet of paper, this cluster board unites 4 compute modules on a mini ITX motherboard. The Turing Pi 2 supports Raspberry Pi 4 modules that you can use for general compute. But it gets better. Add NVIDIA Jetson compute modules to run machine learning at the edge. And better, you can run these modules in any combination.
Whoa. I don't know quite literally what any of that means, but I imagine that's very exciting. Like, I get it. Like, oh, I can even reorder them? Whoa.
The 2 mini PCIe ports. You can add NVMe storage or expansion cards, such as an LTE modem, 5G, Wi-Fi, Zigbee, and more. And if you need even more storage, you can use the 2 onboard SATA 3 ports. Because it's your hardware, you can learn and experiment as much as you want. And with its onboard firmware and command line tools, you can manage the cluster remotely, giving you the control you need to reboot, access the serial console, flash OS images, and manage over-the-air updates for each node. With the Turing Pi 2, you can own the cloud anywhere.
I feel like I've seen entirely too many socks and feet in this video. I think that is the 3rd pair of feet we have seen in a video to advertise a computer. I feel like that's too many. I can see a lot of promise, though. Curious if you can set it up as a failover. I don't even know what that means, but that's what I assumed in that last 40 seconds. That was just going deep into the weeds there.
And since you own it, you avoid the endless cloud fees while keeping whatever you do completely private. Exploit our new form factor by building a home lab. Learn Kubernetes, Docker, and serverless on a bare metal cluster.
Wow. So it's pretty much like, hey, have your own servers that are small. It's just click with me. That'd be awesome.
Run machine learning apps 24/7. Self-host applications to create a private cloud or media server. Automate your home or business. Host blockchain nodes, dApps, or provide a decentralized infrastructure. The use cases are limited only by your need and your imagination. Hop down a rabbit hole to explore the endless possibilities of edge computing. Support us to make mass production of the Turing Pi 2 a reality. Say goodbye to coding limits and kickstart the self-hosted revolution.
Quentin Tarantino must have directed the video.
Edge computing.
Okay, so overall I felt like that was really well done. I didn't understand 85% of what was said there, but I imagine if I did, I would be very excited about that, because I just kind of envision myself listening to, some other category that I'm really passionate about and I know all the terms for as well. So I felt like overall that video is probably pretty well done. Do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? That one, I still need to see more. You had the prototype right in front of you, which was nice. That was nice. But how do I know that's actually, the thing? Turing Machines, Inc. Turing Machines is a hardware and software development company focused on building solutions for edge computing and distributed systems. So we got a website. We got 3 people here in the customer service. First created to backed. Always a bit concerning, so I am going to need to be convinced on the can you do it. Preferably with just a very straightforward video of you doing things with the rig. I always feel like that's just a fantastic thing to have in any tech, hardware, anything like that. In tech speech, it is a sexy, fun toy. Yeah, that's the vibe I got. Completely unnecessary for most people, but still could potentially be really stinking cool. So here we go. We have the website, which is... okay. A lot of stuff about it. Cool. First review. Oh, hopefully that's on the Kickstarter page as well. Okay. All right. Do I want it? I would say yes. Can you do it? Not quite sure. How much is it? Hopefully it'll beat around the bush when we get to a price. Compact, noiseless, modular, cloud native. The Turing Pi 2 is a 4-node mini ITX cluster board that runs Raspberry Pi. All the stuff you said. So all the stuff in the video regurgitated, but this is nice. Slim slot, power support, RTC battery. I love this. Very clean and clear there. Oh, that's a beautiful layout. This is a fantastic shot right here. It's zoomed in. I can read everything pretty clearly. I feel like this is just a great way to start right here. I'd love to see the price. Just hit me with it. All flavor of compute modules. The Turing Pi 2 supports... Didn't you just say that? Yeah, you just said that. That runs Raspberry Pi. Hey, it's a thing that runs Raspberry Pi and Turing RK1. Okay, anywho. Please see the fullest of all supported computed modules below. Cool, all the stuff, RAM's up to. I'm sure all this stuff makes complete sense to a lot of people. These are the ones supported. Cool, great. And then, okay, lots more information. You can run all supported compute modules in any combination. Pulled that from the video. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, 4G, Zigbee. Okay. We're collaborating with the largest supplier to source everything you may need and ship it all together. After you complete the pledge, you'll receive a message with a survey where you can select what compute modules and other accessories you need. So that's an interesting one. With the largest suppliers. So they're saying we're working with these people firsthand to get the stuff. Okay. After you complete the pledge, you'll receive a message. Use cases. Hop down a Kubernetes ecosystem. Nowadays, online services deployed via cloud-native app and microservice architecture. With the Turing Pi 2, you can seamlessly learn open-source tools. I feel like this... I feel like if I know what's going on here, this is just going to be like something I'd browse by. Like, yeah, I get it. But let me know. Home Lab self-hosted. You can host thousands of web services, such as Home Assistant, media streaming services. This is fantastic. Good stuff. I just want to see the price, honestly, at this point. Easy to start up. So here's some of that's a shot. I love it if it was just a real world shot, or a video. Like this. Cool. But, all right. You can manage the cluster remotely, giving you the control you want need to reboot. That's pulled straight from the video, I do believe, though. So we have the rewards. Here we go. So retail price, $239. You're going to get it for $199, then $209, then $219. Okay. Please. So I am completely out of the know when it comes to the price of this sort of thing. But I gotta say, $199 for something that's computery that looks like this seems pretty reasonable to me. Just at first glance, I don't bat an eye at that. I say, okay, that's a $199 thing. It's gonna be your computer, your server, your amazing thing that you rig together, and it makes your house absolutely amazing. I got a buddy named Chance, who I imagine, if he had this, could just do wizardry with it. And same, my buddy Brandon, I bet he could do something like that as well. So I get it. So we got the add-ons, clean, clear, Raspberry Pi, Pico PSU. Awesome. Stretch goals. Since the Turing Pi is a highly resource-intensive project in both hardware and firmware aspects, we've identified some milestone features that we really want to implement but can do only if we have enough funding. Wow, okay, stretch goals. This is exciting. When we reach the 500K mark, we will develop a custom I/O shield for the Turing Pi 2 board. We will offer to include this in the package before shipping. A custom I/O shield. Okay. Oh, is that it? Oh, so stuff... Okay. I'm sure that's hot. Turing Pi custom case. Ooh, when you reach the 1 million, we'll develop a custom mini case for the Turing Pi 2 cluster board. That's actually really nice. I think that's huge, and they've hit that. The Turing Pi compute module. Reaching the 1.5 million mark will allow us to bring Turing RK1 compute modules to the market sooner and will get us a better position to source the Rook chip RK. To bring Turing Pi compute modules to the market sooner. So you're going to make it sooner. Shield could refer to the back of the motherboard with I/O specific holes in it to make it easier to make your own case. Well, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome. Shipping. Lower shipping estimates for a single turn Pi board with Raspberry Pi thing stuff 15, 20, 20, 20. Do we got the VAT? You got information about that? So that's a half point grade drop. If you don't mention the VAT, that's a hard, fast rule for me. You got to mention the VAT because it applies to a lot of people. That being said, prices seem reasonable, I'd say. They don't feel like they feel terrible. Roadmap May, because once again, this is pretty large, and you want this thing to be secured. You don't want to get and jostle all around. So I imagine it's going to have some good packaging with it. It could also refer to a specific add-on board. A lot of Arduinos are called shields. Well, there's another thing, too. If it's not obvious exactly what it means, they might want to consider sprucing this up a little bit. Or the image up. Because I always feel like it should be pretty obvious what your Kickstarter stretch goal is. So media kit. So do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Don't feel comfortable yet. But now I think we're about to get that. I feel like we're about to get there right now with these videos. And I feel like I'm going to be getting really towards a positive grade, which I'm very surprised by. Honestly, I'm always really skeptical when it comes to techie stuff like this on Kickstarter because there's been so many things that just did not turn out right. But let's go. Let's get into it.
With SATA. Another Pi could be the wireless network connect. The last thing I want to do is make sure that this stays cool. And I was going to use this board, but I actually found out. And
awesome.
I'm going to go ahead and...
Excellent. Absolutely excellent.
Today I've got an exciting package to
328, 323, 58. They even get to see the unboxing of it as well here. Fantastic. This is what I'm talking about. And I see so many Kickstarter tech projects and hardware projects where they don't do this. And it doesn't have to be someone huge. Like that's 323,000 subscribers. That's huge. You know, to me, it's huge. Likewise, 58. Those are big numbers. It doesn't have to be. It could be like this guy. Oh, wait. That's Learn Line. It's 245. It could be 245 subscribers. But the bottom line is seeing people utilizing it. That's what I want to see on something like this. So I love the fact that they're leading with this. I'm impressed it's passed $1 million already. Likewise. I would, however, pull some quotes from this. Because I'm sure in this 23 minutes, he said something that was very, very glowing about it. Even if it was, offhand, he's trying to make it mostly a preview, that just that slips through the cracks. So I would get some quotes out of some of these. Or just quotes in general. Because here's the bottom line. If I'm a big, tech enthusiast, build my own PCs, that sort of thing, there's a good chance that I've watched a video from one of these 5 people, or maybe I'm a subscriber, maybe I follow, maybe I know of them, and so I definitely think some quotes would be great here. It's a nitpick more than anything, but just something to be nice. So we got the 219, the Kickstarter special, so all the early birds sold out. We've sold through 1,485 of this. Kudos, 2 times. Gets you, so there's like 20 left of those. Wow. Because I imagine, yeah, if you're going to, why not have 2 servers? Okay, risk and challenges. Short, sweet, to the point, didn't beat around the bush, had pretty much everything I think I would want. I was like, oh, I'd love to see a video of you just actually utilizing it, but there's 5 videos down there. That was great. Great page, I think, so far. FAQ, what's in the box? The Turing Pi 2 board, you can add C4Ms and add the PO to your order too. I would maybe also look at the YouTube link, like, hey, here's the link of them unboxing it as well if you actually want to physically see it. How to add compute modules and others supplied to my pledge. What is the Turing Pi power consumption? Okay. Looks solid. Updates. No updates in a day. Hopefully they get on that relatively soon because they've hit 2 stretch goals. And I think a great question would be like, hey, we are absolutely flabbergasted by how successful this has been. We have been a little bit radio silent right now as we look at our next step forward and see how we can potentially make this even better because we smashed our funding goal. We're working on some awesome, amazing stretch goals, but we'd love to know from you, the PC enthusiasts, the people who are going to be using this and coming up with amazing and crazy ideas for it. What would you like to see? What are some pie-in-the-sky stretch goals? Obviously, we can't add anything or guarantee anything, but we'd love to know. And bada boom, you're going to get yourself 100 comments, hundreds of comments. I would be willing to wager at the bare minimum, I'd say 100 comments. You got 3,500 tech enthusiasts who understand what all these words mean. Oh yeah, they're more than happy to talk about tech stuff. And I bet we'll see a little bit of that bubbling up in the comments. I bet there's going to be some cross chatter about something. Come on, baby. Daddy needs some Turing Pi RK1 compute modules. Technical question. What will be to use link integration? Seeing how we might not reach the 1.5, will the RK1 still come a being? And if yes, any idea of the time frame? Wait, yeah, of course. Given the first day reached 1 million, there's another 20 days to go. It's a little early to call it on that one. I also, yeah, I was going to say, they hit $1 million on the first day. You know, like, let's not write off 1.5. I would take bets beyond 2 million, doubtful, but we're getting cross chatter. We're getting cross talks. And yeah, lots of cross talk. I just imagine the adapter should not be a problem. You're not seeing too many just isolated comments. You're seeing a lot of crosstalk, which means you have massive potential to stay near the top of the popularity chart as long as you're getting people commenting in the updates and comments. You know, and you have that potential. So, final grade for this one. Let's go. So, do I want it? Yeah. I don't personally understand anything about it, but man, I'd love to have one. I'd love someone to teach me what the hell to do with it because it looks awesome, and I'm sure I can find some amazingly cool function for it. And so, yes, I feel like they did a good job selling themselves. Can you do it? That one, I'm going to put a lot of weight on those 5 videos down there who are from people with a lot more subscribers than I have, talking about it, utilizing it, showing it, and showing what it can do. So yeah, can you do it? I feel comfortable with that. How much is it? I don't feel like the price was that unreasonable. Even as someone who has no idea what the price of this should be, I looked at the price and was like, you know what? That seems pretty reasonable. So at the end of the day, I'm giving this one a solid grade. I do want to check out a couple little things here. I do have the half-point grade drop. I got to remember, just because they didn't mention the VAT at all, which I just think is annoying. Especially you got 250 people in the UK. You got 286 in Germany. Let them know. Give them the vital information that they might potentially like to have. Now, granted, you know, with something like this, they're probably just going to pull the trigger on it anyway, but give them that information. And then, so yeah, the main image shows to me the size of it. It tells me, it teases myself with this little snippet here. Run up to 4 of these. Build a home lab. Yeah, I think I'm going with it. Is it an A? I think it's an A- on this. I think it'd be an A if it had the VAT. I mean, that's just one of those things where I'm just looking out for the people in the UK and not all the other places that have VAT. But yeah, I think this is an A-. This looks rock solid. And honestly, I'm normally scared to death of tech on Kickstarter. B+, starting with the B+, yeah, right around the same range. It's I hate going A- on a tech project just because of the track record of so many different hardware projects. Like, I need to go back and check out the Ouya and see if there are red flags on the Ouya. But yeah, I'm going with an A- on this one. The Turing Pi 2 cluster computer. I was really impressed. Lack of an update and no development chatter in the comments. Okay. Yeah, that's a really good point as well. No update after the first day, especially after hitting 2 stretch goals and $1 million. And there's 3 people in there in the updates. Yeah. Yeah, I go with the B+. You talk me into it. Because you really want to grab that excitement right from the jump, especially if you want to start hitting, because they have the potential for stretch goals. But anyway, let me know in the comments below what's your final grade for the Turing Pi 2 cluster computer. And as always, if you enjoyed this content, please be sure to click on the subscribe button down below. Bye-bye.